Imagine for a moment that the extraordinary is within reach, not as a distant dream, but as something you could truly attempt. What if you could pull off a miracle? We often think of miracles as events reserved for ancient stories or rare moments beyond human influence. Yet history shows something different. Every major leap in science, art, justice, or human understanding began with someone who dared to treat the improbable as possible. Miracles are not always about defying reality. More often, they are about redefining it. So what qualifies as a miracle? It is not necessarily the suspension of natural laws. It is the moment someone exceeds the expectations that have been set for them. It is the act that transforms a life, a community, or even a single moment of despair into something hopeful. Miracles happen when courage meets commitment and when imagination refuses to accept limitation as destiny. Now, imagine applying that idea to your own life. What if a miracle was not something you waited for, but something you initiated? What if the turning point you hope for is already within your control? Your miracle might be personal, healing a relationship, pursuing a long-postponed dream, choosing integrity over convenience. Your miracle might be larger, leading others through uncertainty, innovating past a barrier that others accept as permanent, speaking a difficult truth that no one else will voice. Miracles rarely begin with grand gestures. They begin with a decision, a quiet declaration that says you will no longer accept the status quo simply because it has remained unchanged for so long. The question is not whether you can perform a miracle, but whether you will grant yourself permission to attempt one. There is always risk and challenge. Doubt arrives the moment you reach beyond what feels familiar. Yet, every meaningful achievement in human history carried that same uncertainty. The miraculous arises not from comfort, but from resolve. It appears when someone steps forward, even when the outcome is unclear. If you could pull off a miracle, what might it require? It would require clarity about the transformation you seek, persistence to endure the slow work that real change demands, and faith. Not blind belief, but confidence in your ability to shape circumstances rather than be shaped by them. The world is not waiting for a sign from beyond. It is waiting for individuals willing to act with conviction, creativity, and generosity. Your miracle may not be global in scale or dramatic in appearance, but it may change one life in a way that echoes far beyond the moment. Significance is not measured by size, so ask yourself, what is the miracle that only you can create? Not the one others expect, but the one that aligns with your values, your vision, and your courage. If you can imagine it, you can begin it. If you begin it, you can build it. And with steady, deliberate steps, others may one day look back and call what you accomplished miraculous. The truth is simple. The possibility of a miracle begins the moment you choose to act. So, choose to act. Begin your miracle, and let the world adjust itself to the change you have set in motion.